Coming to you live from the JRE Tobacco Aladino Mobile Studios, it's the Cigar Pulpit.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another sermon from the Cigar Pulpit. I'm the Bishop of the Burn, Nick, and today we have somebody who hasn't been here in quite some time.
It's your girl, Pinky.
It's Pinky.
Hello.
How you doing?
It's been so long that I even forgot that you got a new car.
Yeah, I know,
and I was
right?
like, oh, hey,
You're
there's
like,
Nick's
who's
news-
here?
Right, who's here? Who the hell's going to be here with us?
I know, right? No.
I was
Well,
like, oh, I got a people. I'm out of here.
I mean, the cleaners, but they'll be here about 45 minutes. So, you know, I might have to stop the show at one point to, like, tell the cleaners, go inside and
I mean,
clean.
it's probably been 4 months
It's been a while.
since we've even seen each other, let
Yeah,
alone
no, I know.
recorded. Yeah.
Well, you got to figure, I got the car in May, and here we are now in August, which blows
is
my
bonkers.
mind. I mean, yeah,
that feels illegal.
that's not right. But anyway, so today you and I are gonna be smoking something special. I received a nice little care package from the fine folks at JC Newman, and I'm sharing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It looks solid.
I've had one. This will be my second.
Yeah.
And I'm super happy with it. But today we're going to be smoking the Diamond Crown Tampa. It's a 6.5 by 52. And it is made in the Dominican Republic by Arturo Fuente Cigar Company. What makes it unique is the Florida tobacco, as this is the first cigar ever rolled at the Fuente factory with Floridian leaf. The tobacco was grown by retailer and farmer Jeff Borshwitz, who started his Florida Sun-Grown project 13 years ago in Claremont, where he cultivates Cuban seed tobaccos. This cigar is composed of a Connecticut shade wrapper, Dominican binder, and all Dominican filler, save for a Ligero leaf of Florida sun-grown tobacco. So we got that going on.
Spit it out. Floridian?
Yeah, Floridian.
That's cool.
Yeah, so they say it smokes a little bit more on the medium side, whereas the regular Diamond Crown, I tend to think smokes more of like a light plus.
Okay.
You know, so this has got a little bit more body to it, but yeah, you know, so we got that going on.
All right.
So it's time to cut the cigar, and the official cutting is brought to you by 2guyscigars.com. That's the number 2guyscigars.com. Two Guys have been around for 40 years, and they are the trusted name in the cigar industry. Everybody knows Two Guys, but if you don't, please give them a try. You won't be sorry. Family owned and operated, 2guyscigars.com does the very best to provide a great selection, fair prices, and excellent customer service. So head on over to 2guyscigars.com for your next cigar purchase. Tell them that the Cigar Pulpit sent you. And remember, that's the number 2guyscigars.com. And with that, it's time we go ahead and cut the cigar. Oh, and I didn't nuke myself. I didn't have,
Good.
I didn't have any schmuckus in the thing.
It's almost like this is not your first rodeo.
You wouldn't know that based upon some of these episodes where I'm like, shit,
I know.
there's shit everywhere now, you know, whatever. But I like this band. It's got this, for those of you on the video,
pretty.
It's got this really nice little foot band there that has the El Reloj factory and some historical pictures, and it's got a picture of a rooster because, you know, there's chickens running all around in Ybor City.
Is there? I can't tell if you're kidding.
No, I swear to God, if you go
okay.
down to Ybor City, there are wild chickens. Like, well, I mean, as wild as chickens can get.
Right.
Just roaming the streets. And actually, was it last year, maybe the year before, maybe both, when they had those hurricanes that were looking like they were going to hit Tampa?
They go and round them all up?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, and in fact, Drew Newman of JC Newman Cigars was part of that and helped house the chickens.
Wow.
So yeah, they go around and they round up all the wild chickens and make sure that they're okay.
So
crazy. In the hurricanes.
That's very nice.
I think so. You know, I mean, it's a nice little.
It's a little nod to the rooster / chickens on
Well, yeah, but no, it is crazy though. I mean, you're just sitting down there having a cigar and just kind of chilling out, and all of a sudden, there's a chicken. Okay. You know, just going strolling on by. It's like a pigeon, only not.
Yeah.
You know. So
a very large pigeon that lays eggs.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's crazy. But anyway, while we well, I'll cut this thing real quick and do a cold draw. I was gonna do the light, but I'll do that in a minute. So
the cold draw doesn't seem heavier.
I mean, no, it's not like it's like heavy.
What am I
but
going to think it is?
You might think more medium.
Okay.
I think it's on the lighter scale of medium,
Okay.
but it's not as light as the normal Diamond Crown.
Okay.
The normal Diamond Crown, I think, is a very light, flavorful, but light cigar, whereas this one has a little
Got a little new
touch.
tap you do there? I didn't notice.
Yeah, so this is something I learned.
I remember this.
Greg Free. Do you remember Greg Free?
That I met?
That you met.
Yes.
So Pinky goes on a cruise. This was a couple years ago.
Literally, that doesn't stop anywhere. Like, we flew to England, boarded the ship there, and then 11 days did not get off the ship because it was a repositioning cruise.
Yeah.
And I went into the cigar lounge, and, you know, they're friendly. They're literally the best people.
You're talking.
And here's this guy, and I'm like, oh, my God. And we found out we both know you.
Yeah, yeah. So Greg Free, the owner of Fortaleza y Libre Cigars, which, by the way, makes the Sun Country. And if anybody hasn't had that, you're missing out because it's probably my favorite Connecticut cigar out there going. Like, this thing is a Connecticut that knows somebody. It's amazing.
Is that what he gave me?
It's a yellow band. I don't know.
So
I have
funny.
no idea.
Okay.
That was years ago, and you're like, I don't know what he did. But such a good cigar. But, yeah, so no, I get this message from you. You know,
it was a picture of us.
Yeah, and I'm just like, what the fuck? How do you two?
He sent it to you.
How do you two find? Yeah,
yes.
Exactly. How do you
we were
two
literally
find each other?
in probably the middle of the Atlantic Ocean.
So, related to that, back to your question. So when I had Greg on the show, he did that, and he taught me this. And after you cut it, you just kind of do a little quick tap, tap, tap on the hand.
Yeah.
And what that does is it clears away any of the like little broken schmuckus pieces
from the cut.
From the cut to where when you put it in your mouth to do the cold draw or whatever. I was
always doing a little flick, but I feel like the flick's too much.
Yeah, you're hitting the wrapper. Whereas this is just a nice little soft tap on the hand, and you get the little few pieces of schmuckus there, and it kind of clears it to where you don't get those pieces in your mouth. So it's nice.
There you go.
It's pleasant. So
we'll have to tag Greg and let him know that we chit-chatted about him again.
Indeed. There's a sweetness.
I noticed that.
There's a sweetness to the...
I didn't know if I was going to say anything because I didn't know if that was like me thinking, no, like I enjoy the sweet one, so I think it's
not
there.
like it's not
a sugar tip.
It's not sugar tip.
Yeah.
I do have some of the... So I opened up, totally unrelated to this cigar, I opened up, I had the Freestyle Live Pack from Drew Estate from April.
Okay.
I was just looking for something to smoke. I had it. It was sitting on the table, and I'm just like, fuck it, I'll open this up and try it and everything. I had no idea what it is. And that's the whole point with the Freestyle Live is they send you these cigars. They're banded, but they're not labeled. And you go to this thing, and they do like an event like online where they unveil what the cigar is and everything else. So I didn't know what this thing was, but I'm like, fuck it, it's a cigar. I'll just smoke it real quick, have something. Mm-hmm. And so I get it out, and I cut it, and I put it to the lips to light it, and
instantly,
I think I may have gotten diabetes. Because it was just like, whoa, this thing is sugar tipped. And it was very sugar tipped. I didn't know. And normally that kind of goes away after about 15 minutes. No, this was a Toro. I got all the way.
I would have loved that.
All the way down to the end. And I got other sizes because it came in the box.
All right, next episode,
so
I want to.
There you go. But, yeah, but no, I'm just like, what the fuck is this? And I still don't know what it is, but it was sweet. It was sweet. But anyway.
Diabetes.
All right. It was a thing. It was a legitimate thing.
Diabetes smoke.
Exactly. Got the beatus, But
what was that guy's name?
Wilford Brimley. It's like I get out my lighter and my cutter, and it's like I got my testing supplies. It's like here we go. Fuck. Anyway, all right. Well, while we light the cigar, let's listen to the greatest commercial you've ever heard.
Some say cigars are all the same. It's just not true. It's you I have to blame.
Well, I don't know, 'cause what I know, there is a cigar called Aladino Corojo.
Aladino Corojo. Aladino Corojo. They say authentic, so we're not confused, while the others say it's a word that's just abused.
I guess that's so. They can't compete. At least I'm sure Aladino can't be beat.
Corojo. Aladino Corojo. Aladino Corojo. Aladino Cigars uses authentic Corojo tobacco from JRE Tobacco. This is the greatest commercial you ever heard. Yeah.
I think the kazoo needs to make a comeback as more of a viable instrument for musical production.
I disagree. It's very tough on the ears.
Is it though? There's worse.
I saw a meme the other day that was like, for a song that's about a piano man, that harmonica guy really stole the show.
There's some truth to that. That's funny. Oh, God. So what's been going on?
Man.
Life.
Life is lifing.
Yeah.
I will say that I am more free with who I let know that I smoke cigars.
Oh, my gosh.
I wouldn't say I'm coming out of the closet, but I don't care.
Whatever. Does Javier know that?
With the smoking, Nicholas.
I know. Really?
And it hasn't been intentional. It's not like I decided one day, oh, I'm just going to. But as it comes up, like if somebody else brings it up, I will talk as though I know what I'm talking about. And they're like, always surprised. You, what?
Are these people that like you interact with around town? Or are these people like, oh, I'm on a trip out to Wisconsin and, you know, whatever. And
no,
like,
they're people.
People that you'll never see again.
No, it's actually people sort of in my circle.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So most recently, I received a call from somebody that knew I did something professionally, and they were like, hey, will you come in? And they didn't want me to do the education piece of it. They just wanted to know if what I did would help them with this thing. So it was like, just literally, I just dropped by their office, like, and it's somebody I know, it's a friend. I'm like, I'm not going to charge you anything. I'm just going to come talk to you. And then at the end, he was like, okay, well, what can I do to thank you? Like, what can I get you? Can I pay you? I'm like, no, you know, friends and family discount, no dollars.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I'm going to figure out something. I don't know, like a gift card to a restaurant. I'm like, no, that's fine, whatever. So then as I'm leaving, another friend pops in to this guy's office and he goes, are you done for the day? What are you doing? And I said, can I be honest with you? And they were like, yeah. I go, I'm probably going to go home and sit in my garage and smoke a cigar. And they both were like, what? You smoke cigars? And that's kind of why I don't really tell people, because I'm like, if it would have been, I mean, anybody else, it would have been like, oh, that's cool. I didn't know you smoke cigars. But it's like, you smoke? So I was like, I do. So then the guy that I had been helping was like, wait a minute, what? Why didn't we talk about that? And so he's apparently a cigar smoker. So we start talking.
We need to be more open and honest about this, right? People. We don't need to be hiding our hobby.
I say that as someone who's part of the problem.
True. But I mean, I'm very open and out there. So we had a great conversation. Spreading the love everywhere.
Well, so I told, it's Kirk.
Yeah.
I told Kirk that you introduced me to, and he's like, well, okay, all right. I said, so.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because he's only rolled by my office back when I had an office like a billion times and caught me out back by the dumpster on the steps.
So I told him how I got started, but the other guy is like, he probably smokes 2 or 3 times a week is what I gather. And I'm like,
that's a legit smoker right there.
Yeah. And so he was like, that's what I'm going to get you for your help and you spending time. I'm going to get you.
See?
So then I literally pulled up, I've got an album on my phone of cigar pictures. And I'm like, here's my 2 or 3 last smokes that I've had.
Brilliant.
And I feel like it elevated me. Like I think they already obviously respected me, but they were like, there's like a street cred factor now.
Yeah.
That I didn't have 20 minutes ago. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But here's the thing. It's not enough to just say, oh, yeah, I smoke a cigar. I was I was like, so what is it that you like? Do you like the darker, a little more bold? And he's like, okay. So he, reckon. But here's the thing. Even when I was like finding myself being a little McJudgerson.
Yeah.
Because it was like, oh, and he was throwing out names that are like, everybody smokes those. And I'm thinking like,
look, they're big sellers for reasons. Though.
I know.
That's the thing. Like
I know. I'm like, I just want to introduce, like, come over to Nick's garage. That's what I want to
say.
So that was one of them.
Nick's garage.
I just wanted to be like, yo, bro, come over to Nick's garage and we'll introduce you to like
Casa de Miller Cigar Lounge.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
One day I'm going to have a sign made up. I haven't done that yet. the Casa de Miller Cigar Lounge.
Hey, somebody told me there is that there's a cigar lounge in Colombia. Have you been there?
Yes, Havana something or
Could
other.
be. Is it worth the drive?
It's very small, and we'll talk more about that off the show.
We don't want to promote a.
Well,
No, I get it.
Yeah, well,
I just didn't know that there was.
Yeah,
one in
there
Colombia.
is. But yeah.
So anyway, there was that guy, and then I want to say, well, that was a 2-for-1 because then, Kirk found out. And then it'll come to me. There was another time where I just my thing is, I try not to make a big deal about when I say it. I'm not like, oh, hey, which is how I used to be. I used to be like, oh,
kind of more secretive about it. Yeah.
And no, I'm just like, fuck it.
It is kind of unfortunate that, because you were talking about how, you started expanding on the subject a little bit, and that's when they were like, oh my gosh, she actually does know her shit.
Yeah.
And it's a little sad to me that we have to almost prove ourselves with a litmus test like that, or not ourselves. You have to, and I don't know if that's because you're female, or if it's just because for whatever reason they don't expect that from you, and so it's
I think it's probably both.
Probably a little of A, a little of B, but that is a little sad. We shouldn't be having to test each other.
But also, I don't think they do it out of an intentional litmus test.
Yeah.
I think as it comes up, it's a point of excitement. They're like, "Oh, shoot, man! You know, you're it." I see the excitement from it, not kind of a, "Oh, I better ask her some questions to make sure."
Is she legit?
So I told him, I was like, my husband got me a nice V-cut cutter for Mother's Day one year, and he was like, "Wow!"
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, it's someone that I knew of. Maybe we had talked once or twice before, but other people had referred me to him, like, hey, you got to meet with Pinky. She knows her stuff on this, blah, blah, blah. And so it was still kind of a first meeting. We didn't really know, he didn't know the industry I used to work in, you know, and that sounds like I'm, I used to work the pole.
Wow.
I did not.
I mean, I didn't imply that. I didn't say that. I didn't even think that. But,
so we got to learn a lot about each other. And then from Cigars, he said, so what's an ideal? And so as I was pulling up my phone, I was showing him oh, if I could sit outside, smoke a cigar, and fish.
Yeah.
And maybe have a glass of bourbon. And he was like, stop it. And he showed me his coffee cup, and it was make fishing great again or something.
Oh my gosh.
So
you're just checking all the boxes.
I might be his favorite person. I don't know. But anyway, so I just, again, I'm not intentionally.
Javier's got competition.
No. But just not setting out to tell people. But as it comes up, I'm not being hush about it anymore.
Good.
I'm just
good.
listen, I've been doing this for 5 years. I'm part of the club,
right?
Card carrying member.
Precisely.
Let's connect. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's good. This is great. This is good news.
The other person was a military person recently.
Yeah.
That I was they move around so frequently, and I said, well, what do you, some people are part of they ride bicycles, they do something so that when they get to their new base, it's a point of connection. This person's was cigars.
Okay.
And I was like, okay,
my guy. No, that's cool. Yeah. Well, good. So when's it going to finally get back to the people?
Oh, I don't know.
You know who I'm to imply. I'm trying to do this in the most subtle way, but there's two people in particular that I'm thinking about.
Oh, we'll have to talk about that after the show. I don't know.
The parental units.
Oh, the 5th of never. June 31st.
June 31st. I gotcha. Okay.
And again, part of it has to, I think the surprise when people find out is, I wouldn't say I'm in a season of life right now where I'm the pinnacle of health, but I have been seen historically as a relatively healthy person. And so people will see me out running.
Yeah.
And
that's the problem with cigars is everybody,
correct,
they have this misconception that it's you're sitting around with a giant cigarette, and it's not.
Yeah, and all day, every day. And I'm once or twice a month, I enjoy this. So I think it's the female
I'm all day,
thing.
every day, but it's not a giant cigarette.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I keep meaning to ask you, I need to put it in my Evernote that we've talked about, that government study you always
Monograph number 9.
Monograph?
It's an FDA study.
Okay.
Monograph
I tried to
9.
quote that to this guy, and
Yeah.
I was like, there's a study, and the government did it, and now I can't remember
1 to 2 premium cigars a day, no health risk.
Wow.
So there you go.
Because it really is the carcinogens in the cigarettes that are the kicker.
It's all the chemicals. It's like 110 chemicals they add to it and everything. And it's the synthetic nicotine versus the natural nicotine and all that stuff. And it's also, you're inhaling a cigarette.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas this, obviously, you don't. It's like you draw it.
Have cigars been around longer than cigarettes?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The Indians did cigar. I mean, like, like they were smoking cigars before Columbus came over.
Yeah.
So like, oh, yeah. It's a whole thing.
So I wish I understood the history of a lot of things more, but like who sat down and was like, let's take these tobacco leaves and dry the crap out of them, and then maybe...
I'm going to say that the aliens taught the ancient Indians this. Because
Suddenly I'm on the Joe Rogan podcast.
Well, no, because they obviously, it helped them build all these temples and pyramids and everything all over the place. So if they're doing that, maybe they needed a little relax time, and the aliens were like, roll the tobacco.
Yeah.
And, click, click, whatever.
After you
I don't
take
know.
me to your leader.
Yeah, exactly. The little grays are just like, we want a cohiba.
The little grays.
Yeah, I don't know. But, yeah. So, well, that's fun.
That was another thing when you said cohiba. The guy that just found out that I smoke cigars, we were talking about what he enjoyed. And he's like, oh, and what's the one? I think cohiba. I'm like, oh, the red band? And of course he's like, well, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I start throwing out names that he may or may never heard of because they're not the mainstream, right?
Well, that's the thing. There's the big mainstream ones, and then when you get into it, like all things, there's the little,
right.
small craft boutique-y ones and things of that nature. And those are fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, good.
So there you go.
This is a positive step. Maybe we're going to actually be able to call you by your name on this show
Unlikely.
someday.
Unlikely.
Well,
mostly because I love this
know.
persona. I love this.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And I don't want to bury her yet.
I gotcha. All right. Well, I get that. Other life changes, not to get too terribly personal, but little Javier.
Yeah. You used to call him Baby Bear, but he's 5'11".
The guy's freaking, like, he could kick my ass. Like, he and I are the same height. If he's 5'11", we're the same height. But
You're 5'11"?
I am 5'11". Why? Did you not think I was?
If somebody asked me how I would have said you were my height.
What's your height?
Like, maybe 5'9".
I mean, I'm always in these flat-ass fucking flip-flops, but,
I have to do a stand-up test. Anyway, so 5'11". So,
5'11".
And he's been hitting the gym and working out. And
yeah, I know. You showed me a picture. It's like, what the hell? It's like this kid suddenly became like,
he's not Baby Bear anymore.
Fucking Superman here.
So we'll call him little mini Javier.
We'll call him mini Javier, but he's done with baseball.
Yeah, he hung up his cleats and he's done.
So does that mean that you have like more time in the summer now? Maybe not this summer.
Not this summer because he finished up this season.
But like next summer.
Well, even starting now because, I mean, between select seasons, which are like the travel team that you pay to be, you try out, you
pay a lot.
Pay a lot to be on. So like his team if he would have stayed on, they already had their first meeting. So you only get 3 weeks off, and then you start because they play fall ball.
Yeah.
Then they do what's it called? Out of season training, off season training, and then so we would still be in it now. Like they had their meeting on Saturday, they announced who all did the teams, and then they start their like hitting practice and all that next week.
What I'm getting at is maybe we can get you to Pulpit Fest. I mean, this year would be a stretch.
Yeah.
But like next year?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
because he won't have fall ball.
Exactly. Although next year I think we're changing the dates to October.
See, October starts. He has tried out and made a new sport.
For fuck's sake.
It's not as intense as the baseball because
I just didn't want it to be as hot because we're going down to Florida, so it's like I mean, I've been stocking up on my Hawaiian shirts. I want to be free and breezy.
That's a good thing to consider, though, not going when it's so freaking hot.
It's really hot.
Really?
Which, I mean, the whole point why we did August last year and this year is because That's the slow time for the ash and ale.
Yeah.
Which is something people don't consider. That
Correct,
in Florida, the slow time is the opposite of ours. You know, everybody thinks
right.
that, the winter time it's slow. Well, not in Florida. When it's stupid freaking hot out, that's when they get slow. So we wanted to kind of do it there during the slow time. But the problem with that is we're all melting.
Mm-hmm.
And so next year, we're looking at, these dates aren't final, people, so don't be planning just yet. But I'm looking at that first weekend of October. So like the, first, second, third, fourth, or whatever. Yeah. So right at the beginning of October next year.
So we'll see. Keep me.
Oh, my gosh. There you go.
That'd be crazy.
That would be crazy. It'd be a good time. And it's a fun area.
I believe that. Yeah,
So
I
fun.
remember seeing pictures, and you told me stories about last year.
Oh, my God. And the food. I mean, just the food alone. There's so many little mom and pop places to go and eat. It's amazing.
That's awesome.
Had the best key lime pie down there.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, so good.
I'm pretty sure you texted me about it.
Yeah, I'm going to go again this year.
And then you smoked a crap ton of cigars.
Oh, yeah. And this year's going to be no different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. I was telling this guy how many cigars you smoked. Last year it was like 800, right? Maybe that was the year before.
No, last year. How many did I smoke? I don't know. I'd have to look up the report. But last year, it was like, I thought it was 9. But maybe it was 8. Maybe
I mean, it was up
my
there.
goal this year was 1,000. I'm not going to hit that unless I start going bananas crazy.
Is that because are you smoking in your car yet?
Yeah, I'm smoking.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that happened like not long after yeah.
You texted me.
I
and
waited
you were like...
a couple days,
Okay.
and it was like, the moment I got my first delivery day with the newspapers, I was like, this is gonna happen now.
Yeah.
But no, it's not that. It's just been, well, I had my kidney shit in March.
Oh,
that took me out of the game for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And just various little things here and there. I've had Max a lot this summer, and obviously when I have him and whatever, I can really only get out here in the evening when he's asleep. Well, by that point I'm exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
So I maybe have like one in me, and then I'm like, I gotta go to bed and whatever. So there's been a lot of days where it's been like one and out. There's been more than a handful where it's just like I just haven't had one,
wow. Yeah.
And so I'm not hitting my daily average that I need to be hitting in order to get to that 1,000 mark. So we'll see, but yeah.
Do you think you'll at least smoke as many as you did last year?
I'm hoping. I haven't reviewed it yet.
Okay.
Pulpit Fest is going to help a lot. It's going to be a nice little shot in the arm.
Little bolus of cigar there.
Tongue will be leather by the time I get back. It'll be, yeah.
That was your issue last year too, though, right? You got back and you were like, "Oh my God, I
was smoked out."
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I was plain smoked out by the time I got back.
I think I told you I had a friend that I introduced to cigars.
Yeah.
We'll call him J Money.
I know who you're talking about. Okay.
And the first time he smoked 5 that night. First time ever smoking.
That's a lot for the first time.
I was like, I'm all.
I think I had like one my first time.
All or nothing. That was all or nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, 5. Look, 5 is over the course of a day, depending on how long I'm awake. 5 is not impossible, but
it's dedication. You got to be intentional.
You get more than 5 in a day, you're really plotting it out. The drive-in has helped me this year as well, going there again.
Oh, yeah.
This summer. It's so much fun. You haven't done that, have you?
No.
Oh, my God. You're not a big
You bring
movie.
it. I'm not.
Yeah.
But again, I'm all about the experience. So if it's not just sitting there.
So I bring the lawn chairs.
Yeah.
And I have the little, it's hidden over there. I got a little metal table. And I have my radio so I can listen to the audio of the movie. And, you bring your drinks and your snacks and your cigars. And I just sit out. And it's just outside.
But you intentionally park somewhere so that you're not.
I park further away, so I'm not
people out.
Yeah, and if it's a busy one where like everybody's like stacked up, then obviously I don't do it. That's a disappointment. But during the summer they're open every day except for Tuesday and Wednesday.
Okay.
So like I found Monday night is a great night to go to the drive-in because there's like next to nobody there, and I can sit and I can have my cigars and watch the movies. I
That's
mean,
nice.
I watched Superman that way. I watched Fantastic Four that way. I watched F1 that way. I watched the new Jurassic World that way.
Wow.
What else have I seen? There's been a handful of
Maybe,
movies I've gone to
maybe
the drive-in.
Kiddo and I'll do that.
You should.
He's never been.
You should. Oh, you gotta do the drive-in.
I think in total. Now he just turned 15. In total, he's probably seen 10 movies in the theater. But I think he'd really enjoy it.
I'm actually a little disappointed. I talked about this on an episode on Tuesday's episode with my dad. So during the weekend of Pulpit Fest, they're doing their annual what they call their Iconathon, where they do triple features of like old movies and shit. And I'm so disappointed I'm missing that because it's a good lineup.
Every
this year,
time you go,
but-
it's a twofer, right?
Yes, that's the other thing.
Yeah.
It's $13 for an adult. You get a double feature. Yeah, you're up late because the first movie starts when the sun goes down. So your first movie's starting at 9 o'clock. So like second movie might be starting at about like maybe 11. So you're leaving there about 1 in the morning. But fuck,
we should have done
whatever.
that.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant.
School starts next week, by the way. So.
Well, and I think this is their yesterday was the last day that they were open all week. So now they're moving, because school's starting, they're moving to just Friday, Saturdays again. But that's the thing. You could go Friday and you could watch, you can do the whole, thing Friday. Go see some movies at the drive-in and sit and have cigars and, and they got the snack bar so he can like have all the hamburgers and hot dogs and popcorn and wacky. And what I love, they start the double feature with a Looney Tune. So you get the little cartoon in the beginning. And then in between the two movies, they have like this like little intermission thing where they have all these really old, like, go down to the lobby and get yourself some fresh popcorn and your delicious hot coffee and various things. And they're like, and it's these little animated things promoting the like, going to the snack bar to get yourself a treat, and it's like, this is fucking great. I love it's so kitschy and old, and like that drive-in's been around 76 years. This is this is its 76th anniversary, and this year and last year it was named the #1 drive-in in the country via USA Today.
Wow.
So like,
who knew?
We have a thing here that you're not taking advantage of, and you should do so. You should totally do so.
It's on my radar now.
There you go. Make it happen.
And now that we don't have baseball, I'm...
Yeah, fuck it. Well, and he could bring his little girlfriend.
Yeah.
They get like, it's warm, so they're not going to get blankets. But,
Hey, I don't need my kid under a blanket with the girlfriend, okay?
Well, I mean...
We're not there.
Well, I mean, my God, I would hope they wouldn't be getting there with like, the parental units right there, too. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Kids are really brazen these days.
No doubt.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, man. Oh.
I thank my stars every day that I had a boy for no other reason than I only have one penis to worry about. I don't have all of them to worry about. All of you in parishioner land with your daughters.
God bless.
God bless you. God bless you.
Having said that, as a daughter, God bless you. God bless you.
Well, you were in the industry for a while.
If people only really knew me, they would know how
I know.
silly that is.
So bizarre. So incredibly bizarre.
I would have made $0 in the industry.
I'm going to just move on from there. I'm just going to move on from
that.
there.
So what's next?
I mean, you could always do the feet pictures on OnlyFans or something like that. Nobody has to see your face in that. I keep contending that if I were a woman, I would be all about feet pictures.
Really?
Oh my God, it's just my feet. Hell, I'm a dude and I've thought they will take guys. The problem is I don't have feet that I think anybody would pay for. But I would 100%.
I don't know.
I would 100% do, if I were a female, I would 100% at least look into feet pictures, just because it's like, look, if you can get 50 dudes out of the multitude of guys in this country and the world, for God's sakes, willing to pay me, what, $20 for some feet pictures every month? Think about that. 50 dudes, $20. I mean, there's $1,000 in your pocket.
Wow.
Right? Am I doing my math right?
Sure.
Math is not my strong suit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
5 times 20 would be 100.
Yes.
So yeah, so 50. You got $1,000, free and clear, for showing your feet. You know, that's nothing.
It sounds like you're disappointed that I haven't taken advantage.
I'm disappointed for every woman that had, not because like I want to see your feet, but it's more because I feel like every woman is leaving money on the table. You know? I mean,
the fact that I don't work a full-time job, I'm leaving money on it.
100%. 100. You have the time to take the feet pictures. You know? Get some grapes and stomp them. Oh my God, you could charge extra for that shit. You know?
So weird.
Right?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know. I'm not, again, this is not my fetish. I'm not into feet. But there are plenty of men are. And I feel like any woman that's not taking advantage of them is leaving money on the table. You know?
Well, the money can stay on the table because I will not be taking feet pictures.
Well, you know what? The next time you're having to save money for like a roof or a fence or something like that, just remember, you left that money on the table.
Our roof is still damaged from March.
Yeah, I know.
Jesus.
Meanwhile, I got my roof done from start to finish, from 100% start to finish. It was like a month and a half.
Wow.
And I scheduled it on a Monday, and they were out on Thursday and replaced it in a day. So you picked the wrong people.
Did you use a local, like a...
I'll tell you about that when I'm done. It was
because I feel like that's I
agency.
think that's where the holdup is we've used a roofing company that's been in the community for decades. And so even though we got in early, I mean, like the storm happened on March 14th. We had our insurance check within 10 days. We wrote the check to the insurance within a week after that.
Yeah.
But people have been so screwed over by the fly-by-night roofing companies that I think this company is going to do really well. So it's worth it for us to wait because we know the people. But in the meantime, they've had to come out twice to fix the tarp because it keeps raining.
These people, they've got an office over 2 seconds that way across from Centerfield Park. And it was super easy.
We'll
super easy.
We'll get there.
But, I don't know. There was something I was going to bring up, and now I can't remember. I have to ask. Did Javier ever cave on the idea of sleeping in the basement?
Oh, my God, not yet.
So to catch everybody up, your bedroom is upstairs. It's a two-story house.
Two-story house, yeah.
And so, as with those of you in pulpit land, you might know, maybe you have this problem. Heat rises.
Yes.
And so the upstairs gets warmer than the downstairs.
Yes.
And so you have a separate air conditioner window unit in your bedroom because it gets so warm up there.
Yep.
Especially because you also have no big trees in your backyard. So the sun just hits the house and melts your
10 hours
second.
a day.
Yeah.
It's brutal.
So, you were advocating, like, we'll leave the bedroom upstairs, but at night, we'll just sleep in the basement.
Correct. Like, I want to move our bed.
Perfect sense to me.
Thank you.
Perfect sense.
Thank you.
Because I sleep, it's cold in my house when I sleep.
It has to be. I mean, the research says 68 degrees. That's the perfect.
I turn my air down at night. Like, right now, my air conditioner in my house is set to, I think, like 72. But I can tell you, tonight, before I go to bed, I will turn it down to 67, and I run my ceiling fan.
Yeah.
And I wake up, and my nose is chilly, and I'm brisk, and I'm like, ooh, it's so brisk.
It's...
And I love it. I love it. And the idea of sleeping where it's warm, I don't even like sleeping in a room where I don't have a fan.
Yeah.
Like, he's going to listen to this, and he's going to hear this, and he's going to be like, oh, you never said anything. But, like, at my dad's house, he doesn't have a ceiling fan in the guest room.
Oh.
And so, like, sometimes I run a little warm in the guest room. And, with that, they have a top sheet, so I just kick off the blanket and sleep with the top sheet, But my point is...
You need the circulation.
And hotels, it's the same thing, Now, hotels, I go in there and I get that, and I just jack the air
as far
down.
down as it goes every time.
Ice box.
Well, and the other challenge that complicates this, and... I mean, we're just going to talk about it, is I'm at the age where I'm going through the transition.
Well, you're not the first one to talk about it. You were the first one that I noticed talking about it on your Instagram, but then from there,
it's exploded.
It has.
Well,
because so many people have been
here's why.
Talking about perimenopause.
Perimenopause, and I'm going to explain this to people because I know an overwhelming majority of listeners are men. like my son was ragging on me. I was talking about something the other day as we were pulling up to a drive-through, and he's like, "Mom, stop." And I'm looking at him, I go, "What?" He goes, "You can't talk about menopause. They're going to open the window for you to take your credit card." And I'm like, "Buddy, this is what I'm trying to do. Like, it's not a shameful, it's like puberty.
Yeah.
It is cougar puberty." And why God thought it would be a good idea for moms and our kids to go through puberty at the same time is beyond me.
There's a lot of things that but it's not that I think it's a bad thing. I just think that I have questions for God about a lot of things.
Yeah, I'm adding that to my list.
Like, why don't we lay eggs?
Right.
Why is it all on women?
Right.
There's that one too. I mean, I freely admit that women have it way harder than dudes.
So I've heard some people of faith say that women bearing the children are the punishment we pay for Eve eating the apple.
Oh.
I don't think that there's any.
Boy, that's a fascinating perspective.
I don't think there's any biblical evidence to back that up.
I was going to say, I don't think I've ever actually considered that prospect before.
But I've also heard that maybe Adam lied about Eve eating the apple, and that's why men have an Adam's apple. They will forever have proof that it was Adam that ate the apple.
Interesting. Unless they identify elsewhere.
It's a whole nother topic.
That's a whole different thing.
So anyway,
interesting.
Here was my point to my son. It's not a shameful thing that we can't talk about. Here's the problem. The problem is that people associate it with women's reproductive stuff. Okay, so visually you're like, "Oh my God, it's happening in your pelvis." And that's uncomfortable and gross. I get it. Fine. What we are learning, perimenopause is 10% about that. It is 90% brain. Our brain chemistry
rewiring, getting ready for
literally changes. Like if you were to do MRIs from, a 20-year-old and then a childbearing woman in her 30s and then 45 to 60, the brain chemistry is very different.
See, and this is where I have some guy friends that would sit back and tell me, like, "Dude, you're leaving the low-hanging fruit of jokes about women and their brain chemistry alone." And I'm like, yes, I am.
Yes,
I am going to let that alone because I'm not a moron.
So, it's like they think it's about periods and all this stuff. And, what starts it is
that comes later.
Your brain, as let's say a 50-year-old woman, you start in perimenopause because your brain is working too hard to tell your ovaries to excrete eggs. Well, you don't have hardly any eggs left. So your brain's working overtime trying to get you to do something that's not there. You're out of eggs. You're born with 10 million eggs. And by the time you're late 40s, you have maybe 1 million left. But your brain's still trying.
My God.
And so I'm literally being an example of what I'm trying to describe. When you lose the word, older we get, I'm like, that thing, it's so frustrating. It is so frustrating. Because I'm a smart, intelligent woman who has my shit together.
I just chalk it up to my eventual brain damage.
Can't remember a word, but we're learning so much more about it. And it's like the brain has historically functioned on estrogen, and now we're not having... Well, during perimenopause, the estrogen is erratic.
Okay.
That's the other thing we thought.
So some days you're just firing off every word, and other days it's just like...
Correct. So that's the other thing, is we've been led to believe that all the hormones start up here, and then they come down like this, just gradually over time. Yeah. Nope. Testosterone and progesterone, they do that. Estrogen is it's like a heartbeat. It's like EKG for 10 years. So some days I feel great, and some days I'm like, "You're breathing too loud."
All right. Flag the tape at 43:49.
Sorry. I'll redo that.
No. You don't have to redo it.
Javier,
I'm just gonna.
You're breathing too loud.
I don't need. I'll beep. Beep. Episode at 43.
You're welcome.
45. Yep.
So it's like some days I'm cool, calm, and collected, and the next day I'm like, you look at me sideways, and I've never been like that. So. Anyways, we're just learning a lot more about it.
My ex-wife told me that I drank water too loud.
In this stage of my life,
that was not perimenopause. That was just being a bitch. But apparently, when I have a bottle of water and I'm hot and I chug. I'm sorry. What's wrong?
So back to the bed and the bedroom and where to sleep.
You wanted it to be cooler.
I need it cool all the time.
Yeah.
all the time. And I'm not used to that. My whole
Just
life.
wait until you hit the full.
I've been cold.
You're not doing the pre-show anymore, and you're getting to
God.
the big game. You know.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I am thankful that we live in a time where at least we have access to this information. I think about our parents and our grandparents and my mom and my grandma that go through this.
Yeah.
And you just think you're going crazy. I think back to the witch trials and how they used to treat women, even in the early 20th century.
Mm-hmm.
Lobotomies. The last lobotomy was performed in the 60s, Nick. That's silly.
I mean,
a lot of it has to do with
I find that part of history, and this is kind of a side note to that. It's interesting to look at history and to realize the corresponding things that are taking place at the same time. Like
that you didn't previously associate.
Well, you think about the samurai, but at the same time that the samurai are around, over here in the United States, you have whatever's going on over here, and you're like, well,
those
shit,
happened at the same time.
Yeah. It's
that's
it
crazy.
did. You know,
Uh-huh.
I can't think of any specific examples of it. I see posts
I've seen
on
those,
Instagram
though, yes.
where it's like, this is happening, and I'm like, oh
Yeah.
my god, this is great. You know,
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's just our concept of time. It's like, oh, the samurai thing happened.
yeah,
way
exactly.
long ago.
It's
yeah.
like you don't realize,
Yep.
just how connected
Yep.
some of these things are.
Yep.
But
So anyways, I need it consistently cooler than I used to. And now it's like I can't get that relief 3 nights a week. I'll literally wake up at 11 o'clock at night because, I go to bed at 8:30.
I know.
I wake up at 11 o'clock at night and I just go to the basement. So I'm like, why don't we just move our whole bed down there? It's pitch black. Doesn't that sound lovely?
No, it does. I mean,
0 light.
No, it does.
You go
I
to
used to
bed
have
at
the blackout curtains when I lived in the
See?
duplex, and it was just
It's life changing.
it's creepy at times, though. At least that's what I had at the duplex. It's really unsettling when you're laying there, and it is pitch black, and then you see movement, and you're like, I shouldn't see anything in this, but yet I just saw movement. Now, that's because the duplex was haunted as fuck.
Yeah.
Although I'm starting to wonder about this place.
Maybe it's you, Nick.
Thanks. But no, I am. So,
That's my favorite country song right now. If I'm the problem, you might be the reason.
So a couple nights ago, Max was sleeping over. And I can always tell when Max wakes up. Because when he gets up, he leaves his room, and he shuts the door to his bedroom. It's his thing. He shuts the door behind him. So that's typically what wakes me up at 5:45 or 6 in the morning, is when he gets up and I hear the door shut. Because I leave my bedroom doors open. And it was probably about 2:20 in the morning. Because I looked at the clock when I heard the door shut. And I'm thinking, fuck, he's up. So I open the eyes, and it's pretty dark in my room. And I'm like, what the fuck time is this kid getting up? And I look at my phone, and it's 2:24 a.m. And I'm like, oh, fuck this. He's got to go back to bed. I can't deal with him waking up at 2:20 in the morning.
Early.
And so I throw on the glasses. I walk down the hall. I immediately go to the bathroom because that's typically his first stop. But he's not in there. And I'm like, where'd he go? So I go down the hall into the living room. He's not in the living room. Pivot to the kitchen. He's not in the kitchen. Go to the sunroom. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe he's sitting on the couch in the sunroom. Nothing. No kid. And I'm like, where the fuck would he be? So I come back. I check the laundry room. And I check the garage because those are the only 2 places I haven't been. And I'm like, well, I'll check them real quick. I can't imagine he'd be there.
He's still in his room. He never left.
And I get up and I go. I open up his room and I can hear him breathing and sleeping in bed. He's fast asleep in bed. And I'm like, what the fuck did I hear? And so, no, he was dead ass asleep. So that was weird.
Yeah.
Then 2 nights ago, right? No, last night, I'm laying in bed. And I've turned the lights off, and I'm kind of coming down, trying to settle down, and everything. And I've talked about this before at the duplex. Sometimes when you're laying in bed and somebody else gets into bed, you feel the mattress shift in such a way when they put their pressure, or when they put their weight in the mattress. And that happened last night again to me. And I'm laying there, and I'm laying in such a way that I sleep on, when you're facing the headboard, I sleep on the left-hand side of the bed. So that's where the nightstand is. And I've got my head turned to where I'm facing my nightstand. Okay. All right? So I'm feeling this pressure coming in on the right side of the bed. And I'm like, Nick, you're imagining this shit.
Yeah.
Just let it go.
It's
let
not
it go.
real.
But it persisted enough, and it moved. It moved from like the corner closer to me to where I was like, all right, now I gotta fucking like. So I turn and look, and there's nothing there. But like, I know what I felt, and I felt the bed fucking shifting, and it wasn't me moving because the minute it started, I was like, stay still. So
that's weird.
I'm hoping it's just maybe my brain is doing something weird as I'm like coming down from the day. Maybe,
Does it usually happen towards the beginning of the night?
It happens, after I turn off the light and I'm trying to settle to where I fall asleep. It's that weird, that twilight time where like you're not asleep.
You're not conscious per se,
but you're trying to get to sleep. So like I can very easily chalk this up to like, I'm dreaming about something, but like it was fucking weird.
Wow, that would freak me out.
It was unsettling. So I'm like, well, I don't need that.
Yeah.
Like I've gone this long in this house with no, spooky ghost activity.
Yeah.
I don't need that happening now.
It followed
it's like,
you.
that was my worry when I moved.
Did you sage the house before you moved in?
I did not sage the house before I moved in. I kind of thought it was fine. There was a little old lady that lived here. I don't know. Her husband did die.
Is it too late to sage it now?
No, it's never. I don't think it's ever too late. I mean,
and I only say that as someone who has seen on TV that people sage things. I've never saged it.
Have you ever been around burning sage?
No.
It is one of the most god-awful smells you'll ever fucking smell. I cannot stand.
So what's the
burning
theory
sage.
behind it? That it smells so bad that the ghosts are like,
I have no idea.
out?
I don't know what the theory.
I've been haunting this
is.
house for 50 years, and that sage, though, I'm out.
Fucking stinks. But no, I have no idea what the theory behind it is. But it stinks so bad, and I can't, fucking hippie bullshit. Like between the burning sage and patchouli, I'm just like,
what's patchouli?
Patchouli oil?
Never heard of it.
Oh, that stinks really bad too.
What is it? What do you do with it?
Fuck, they put it on themselves and their clothes and whatever. It's hippie bullshit.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
A previous co-host of mine may have been like into burning sage and patchouli and all that and everything. And
that tracks.
It's fucking
that
nasty.
Tracks.
So yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, well, let's this has been fun.
Wrapping up those life updates. What's next?
Yeah, we'll move on and do this. It's time for the Villiger Cigars Entertainment Report, brought to you by
Villiger.
Villiger Cigars, one of the leading cigar and cigarello manufacturers in the world, founded in 1888 and still family-owned and operated. Head over to VilligerCigars.com and check the store locator to find a shop near you that carries them. We guarantee that Villiger Cigars will be a wonderful addition to your humidor and cigar rotation. All right, so before we do this, what do you think of the Diamond Crown?
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. It is appropriately flavored. How about that?
Yes.
Like it's not as light, right?
Yeah, it's not super light, but it's not like,
it doesn't
slit
knock
your
you
throat
yeah.
and, super heavy. It's just a nice, very pleasant, very, very, it's a little, I wouldn't say it's like super dense, but it's not like you're smoking air.
Yeah.
And it's good. It's kind of creamy.
And the older I get,
It's
the more I'm
nice.
appreciating well-built cigars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
So-
I used to value flavor.
Yeah. Construction goes a long way.
Construction goes such a long
So
way
long
because
way.
it adds to the experience. Because if you're lighting something, you have to keep lighting it.
You're
Or
dicking with it and everything.
Yeah, if it's
like,
not burning evenly.
Oh,
Having
God.
said that, like I just,
well,
it makes a big difference.
you got to be conscious of the fan under there. That's why I'm holding my cigar over the table to make sure that it's not getting in like any sort of
it's not a
wind
bad
from the
day. It's
fan.
82 degrees outside.
It just feels warm in here just because there's just no wind outside. Like if you look at the trees and stuff, like they're not moving at all.
I have welcomed this
So-
break in the weather though.
It's been stupid
It's
hot.
terrible.
It's
Terrible.
been stupid hot. All right, so entertainment report.
Okay, so I watched a show.
Yeah, you teased this to me, and you started talking about it. And I'm like, I don't want to talk about it.
You were like, shut it, Pinky. Wait till the show.
We're gonna wait for the show because I want my reaction to be. You said that this is a thing, so I want to.
Okay,
just
so
go right at
it's
it.
called Hunting Wives.
Okay.
It's on Netflix.
Okay.
Two girlfriends of mine started a group chat, and one of them was like, hey, have you guys started the show? I'm about to watch the first episode. And she gave no context. I'd never heard of it. I don't know. I'm like, nope, but let us know how it is.
Okay.
Well, I don't hear anything from her. And then my best friend texted me.
Yeah.
And she was like, FYI, if you watch this show, do not watch it around kids or literally anybody else.
Oh.
And I'm like, okay, well, now I'm interested.
Is it spicy?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, it's borderline softcore.
Oh, my.
And
Well, it is Netflix. They can get away with shit.
So
there was one show that they had on there that it was a British dating show. And the whole concept is that you would see people naked, but you wouldn't see their face.
Huh.
And they'd, like, reveal parts. And before long, it's like, you're standing there buck-ass naked. And, like, that's how they determined, like, who they wanted to, like. And they asked questions to them, but they didn't see their faces. And that was, so the combination of seeing them naked and asking questions, that's how they picked out the winners. And then at the end, let's say it was, like, a dude picking out amongst 3 women. And he picks the one woman that he wants to date. She then, in the next round, the final round, he goes and gets naked and comes out, and she, like, asks him a question and whatever else, and then they decide if they want to go out.
Interesting.
And there's nothing blurred. It is just all out there.
It's like the opposite of how we should actually pursue
some of these people should not be naked on TV. Yeah. I'm just going to say it. But, you know, they welcomed all types. But anyway,
Yeah.
so it's like softcore.
So after that text, I was surprised that my best friend would watch that and then be like, don't watch this around anybody else. And then I thought, okay, but she also, like me, didn't know what it was about. I honestly, like, when you see the picture of it, I couldn't tell if it was a reality show.
Well, that's what I'm wondering.
Or
Is this like a dating show, or are they, like,
I didn't think it was a dating show.
putting women in the woods and guys are going out and shooting them?
No,
like, what hunting wives? Like, what?
I thought it was wives who hunt.
Okay, that also would make sense.
I'm like, okay,
that
so
would,
it's, some women in the South,
that
and
probably makes more
they
sense
like,
than
they're Second Amendment people.
men
I was
shooting
like,
people,
okay.
You know, but,
so, I can confirm you do not want to watch it with anybody else around. It is. So do you want me to tell you what it's about?
Yes,
okay,
I really want to know what it's about now.
So there's a gal that it's Brittany Snow is the actress.
So is it fiction or is it like a reality thing?
It's fiction.
Okay.
It's fiction.
Okay. So this is a
some
story.
scripted. Yeah.
This is not okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So a gal and her husband moved to a new town and in Texas. Okay. And she's from Boston. Okay. So she's already out of her element being down in Texas.
Yep.
And they befriend a lot of like Second Amendment, big money, big oil type people who, are really jacked up people that do crazy things. And so it's all about how she gets into this clique of women that are wives and swingers. And so I'm watching this. And then, of course, my Instagram feed immediately starts filling.
I'm sure.
And it's all these women that are recording themselves watching it.
Okay.
And you see them like, their facial expressions and like, oh my God. Oh. And then one gal was like, hey, so public service announcement. Hunting Wives is like the #2 show on Netflix. Cool. Maybe don't watch it like I did on the treadmill at the gym. Because so she was like, there was a line forming behind me as I was on the treadmill, and I thought they were waiting for the treadmill. It turns out they were watching my show. And within 4 minutes, a dress falls off a lady in the show, and she said, so you probably think I turned it off. She goes, I did not. I mean, I'm invested now. She's like, so I just dimmed the screen down to like where I could barely see it, and I still watched it in public. And I'm like, that's brave.
I can guarantee you that all the parishioners are adding it to their Netflix queue at this point.
So I think it's eight or 9 episodes.
Okay.
It's very interesting. It's very interesting.
So I find it fascinating that all these women would be doing these reaction things, and they're kind of like seemingly. Let me ask if this is the proper description. Seemingly a little appalled.
No, I wouldn't say appalled. Just more like kind of surprised. Like you hear the show, what it's called. You don't know what it's about, but you know that people are like, don't watch it. So like they're sitting there watching it and they're videoing themselves and they're like.
So I'm surprised that would be the reaction, because like I have encountered in my, years of dating post-divorce now, the fucking romance novels that women are all about these days.
Oh, the smut?
straight up smut novels.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, like, this is like a whole genre of book, and subgenres. It's like, what kind of smut do you want? You want cowboy smut? You want vampire smut?
Dragon?
You want fucking fantasy smut? You just want corporate smut? You know, it's like whatever. It's like back in the day, 50 Shades of Grey was like the smut. Now it's like, fuck. It's what kind of smut do you want?
Very
do you want the
prevalent.
most bizarre, fucked up smut you can get a hold of? It's like these books that these women are into, which granted, I think it's nice. I think it's nice for a couple reasons, not the least of which is that people are reading. And I think that's a good thing.
That's why you're impressed, Nick.
Well, I am impressed with that because I do think that we live in a society that values the 6-second Instagram reel and TikTok video more than an actual book. But be that as it may, there's a lot of smut, and women are perverts.
So I'll tell you what I did.
It's great.
I'll tell you what I did. So there's a book series out about dragons, and it's been out 2 or 3 years. It's in its 4th or 5th book in the series now, and it keeps showing up on my Instagram, keeps showing up. So I finally borrowed it on Kindle Unlimited or whatever, and
which I only learned about that recently.
Oh, it's so worth it.
It's what, $10 a month, and you get like a million books available to you?
Yeah, that's pretty much how I read.
It's not a bad thing.
It's not bad at all.
Not bad.
So I downloaded this book. I started reading the very first one, and it's very. I didn't want to like it. That's how I'll put it. I didn't want to like it because it's like everybody was doing this and everybody was raving and everybody thought, and I was like, but there's a reason that people really liked it.
Smut.
So, I posted a picture on my Instagram of this book I'm reading because several of my friends had recommended it. And so I posted, I'm 75% of the way through the first book, not so much as a kiss.
And then it happens.
And one of my coworkers texted me and was like, I'm a little surprised that you posted that you're reading that. And I'm like, it's a great, and I'm raving about it. And he didn't say anything. And then I get to the part in my book and I'm like, oh crap.
You're like, I just told everybody I'm reading smut.
Oh crap. I didn't expect it.
All right.
75% of the way through.
So now I got to ask a question.
Yeah.
So I hear about all these smut romance novels. I've never read any of them. I don't know what we're talking here. What are we talking here? Like, is this really legit smut? Is this super detailed smut?
Yes. It's detailed. I wouldn't even say it's it's not
So it's not even it's
not all
swinging from the chandeliers
No.
whips and chains and crazy shit.
No.
But it's just a highly detailed description of...
Extremely detailed.
Okay.
And it's not a half a page.
Maybe that's something we could do at Pulpit Fest is a nice book reading. Sit around and just we're going to read from chapter 26 of
it's
The Dragon's Phallus, and whatever. And just kind of, I don't fucking know. It's
Nick. So what's funny about that is my Pinterest feed has now been filled with women who get she sheds, but for libraries. They're like, oh, look at my outdoor library. And they're beautiful and they look so comfortable.
I follow one thing on Reddit and it's Shedditors or something like that. And it's a whole subreddit where everybody's posting about their sheds. But not only are they posting the final pictures, they're posting all the construction things. People are going in and giving input about, you need this kind of insulation, you need to do this and this and whatever.
That is perfect.
It's fucking great. I love Reddit. Reddit has become I am on Reddit daily.
I've never used Reddit.
Oh my God, it's the best. You can find anything on. I posted in the St. Louis group this past weekend. I said, my son loves Mexican food. My son is autistic and he loves music. Where is a restaurant in the area that has mariachi bands that I can take my kid to dinner and we can get some live entertainment?
Oh.
And I've gotten so many responses with different Mexican restaurants all in the St. Louis area that are like, oh, yeah, you can go to this restaurant for mariachi. This one has a live music on this day, blah, 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 and all this shit. So now I've got all these Mexican restaurants that I can take Max and we can go and have, quesadilla, rice and beans and fries. And, he can also
enjoy music.
Enjoy some
That's
music.
Cool.
So, but I love Reddit. Reddit, I mean, let's be real. Like all things, there are some areas of
got the dark
that it's
side.
it's you don't need to go there. But you can find anything you want on
Interesting.
that thing. So I love Reddit.
So the Pinterest has all these she sheds.
Yeah.
And it's usually books. Like somebody, a gal has said, I put my shed out here. They're beautiful. They're so nice. And they use it for a library. And the other day I looked at my husband, I was like, that would be my smoking shed.
I was going to say, I wouldn't use it for a library.
I might also read in there, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but I'm going to, yeah.
Yeah. So the smutty books are, again, I wouldn't say, I mean, some of them I'm sure are the 50 Shades with the whips.
I've never read that
this and
either.
this.
I'm only vaguely aware of it.
These are just extremely detailed. Like
Okay.
they're you don't have to use your imagination because they tell you exactly what's happening.
Fascinating.
So, and
See, I had this impression that reading about or hearing about these smutty romance novels, I'm thinking, there's like a little bit of, it's like porn, where it's like there's a little plot, but there's a lot of that. But you're saying it's the opposite. It's like there's a lot of story.
There's a lot of story.
With just a few moments where it gets really steamy. But those few moments are what really fuels it, huh?
Yeah. Well, and the best part is, I can't believe I'm about to admit this, but the best part is I'm not on TikTok, but when we were traveling for a tournament, one of the moms on the team had already read the series that I referred to.
Uh-huh.
And so I was talking to her about it, and she was like, oh my God, I'm going to send you all these TikToks because people go in now and they have whole entire TikTok feeds about the book series, but they're all AI generated. So you read a book and you don't know how to pronounce the person's name. Like these are all fantasy characters and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And it's like they describe, let's say, the man really early on.
But you forget about it
And
later.
I don't build in my mind what he looks like or who in my real life it might resemble or whatever. I just don't do that.
That might be good if it's a smutty book.
Well,
It's
so
like,
now there's
walking down the street and you're like, oh, there's
and there's Zayden, there's Zaddy.
he looks like Bob. It's like, oh, how you doing, Bob? It's like, oh shit.
So there are TikTok feeds that are dedicated to AI creations of like these big castles. Like in this book I'm reading, there's something called the Parafit, and it's like this obstacle course that the cadets, kind of like Hunger Games ish. Did you ever watch the Hunger Games?
No, I'm aware of that too.
So they've got to cross this Parafit and it's all dragons and castles, and they describe the dragons. Well, dragons are dragons to me. Well, then she starts screen recording all these TikToks and sending them to me, and I'm like, this helps so much. Like that's what Zayden could look like, and this is what the golden dragon looks like. It's cool. So
okay,
yeah, I guess guys don't. So here's my question. My grandma, growing up, I mean, she had Fabio books.
Well, yeah, that's what I think of when I think of the romance
but
novels.
I've never read one.
At
so
the
are
grocery
they
store where it's like the pirates, treasure and whatever, and it's like Fabio's on the cover with some like buxom woman.
So, I mean, the covers of these books, our books right now, don't look like that.
No.
But I'm wondering,
some,
if I were to grab a Fabio book, is it like, was my grandma reading about how so-and-so took so-and-so and then 45 pages of their encounter in the parking lot?
It's that long?
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean,
I was
they're
like,
like
oh my
I'm saying,
gosh,
they're
that's
not
a lot of detail.
They're not half a page.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe.
I've
never read those.
I haven't either.
It's
and
it's not a genre that I've ever like dipped my toe into,
You might now.
So, nah.
There are also, I'm going to find some. There are also Instagram feeds where women have their husbands read
God.
Like, here's this part, and then they're reading it and they're like, this is what you're reading when you're sitting at the park while the kids at the playground. And she's like, yep.
I'm not judging anybody for what they're reading.
But it goes to the point where, just like you, like the guys don't realize. I mean, they hear smut and they're not quite sure what it means, and then they read it and they're like,
well, I could tell based off some conversation that it's spicy. But I didn't, but yeah, I mean, interesting.
So there's the Hunting Wives.
Okay. All right.
Villiger report from Pinky.
I mean,
proceed with caution or don't. I don't care.
Realistically, I haven't I don't have a lot. I've fallen into. I have this list of shows that everybody tells me I need to watch, and and they sound interesting, but I have to be in the mood for something.
Yeah, I get that.
And with Max around so much this summer, I really haven't dived.
It breaks it up. Like you can't almost get into something.
And so because of that, I've kind of I've fallen back on some like tried and true. I've seen it a bunch of times.
Oh, I love
I'm familiar with it and whatever else. And so I'm slowly doing another Sopranos rewatch.
Okay.
Because I love that show so much. And Facebook started showing me reels, little clips from The West Wing.
Oh, you've always been a huge West Wing fan.
Been a while since I've watched The West Wing, and so I've started watching that again. So I'm probably about halfway through season 1.
That was such a good show.
It was. I mean, look, some of the politics that could be debated, but just the acting and the talking and the everything about it is a good show, and it's funny because there's people that will swear when they review the history or the lineage of the presidents and everything like that, they'll include President Bartlett, and it's like he was not a president. I mean, everybody thought, but he was not a president.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So anyway, I've been watching that, but whatever. So okay, well, that was a much more interesting Villiger report than I thought it was going to be. So let's move on.
You're welcome.
And do this now. It's time to fly high with Blackbird Cigars. Blackbird Cigars offers you remarkable quality using the most delicate and finest tobacco to always ensure that you're receiving unsurpassed cigars. Blackbird Cigars strives to give you undoubted repeating flavor for every cigar you smoke and impressive quality so that you can always expect greatness. Check out their website for a full list of stores carrying Blackbird Cigars and give them a test flight. Blackbird Cigars can't clip our wings. All right, so everybody accuses me of having really depressing stories. And unfortunately, this one's going to start off that way. So in 1971, Julianne Kopecky, I'm probably butchering it, but whatever, a 17-year-old German Peruvian girl, was flying with her mother over the Peruvian rainforest when their plane was struck by lightning and disintegrated in midair. Julianne fell 10,000 feet, still strapped to her seat, and miraculously survived.
What?
She was the sole survivor of Lanza Flight 508, suffering a broken collarbone, a deep gash in her arm, and a swollen eye. Wearing only a summer dress and one sandal, she wandered through the Amazon rainforest for 11 days using survival skills that her father had taught her. She followed a stream, knowing it would lead to civilization, avoided dangerous wildlife, and drank river water. Incredibly, she was eventually found by local lumbermen and taken to safety. Julianne later became a biologist and returned to the Amazon many times, turning the most harrowing experience of her life into a legacy of scientific contribution and quiet resilience. So be like Julianne Kopecky and Blackbird Cigars, and don't let anybody clip your wings.
That is amazing.
Of course, if she had wings, she wouldn't have fallen 10,000 feet.
Jesus,
but
Nick.
whatever, But yeah.
Wow.
Can you imagine that shit?
No.
Your plane struck by lightning, falls apart, and you're now plummeting to the earth and strapped into a seat 10,000 feet, and the most you get out of it is a broken collarbone, a gash, and a swollen eye.
Wow. She's chosen.
No
she
shit.
is highly favored.
Oh, my God. So, yeah.
Wow. And then to not use that experience to detract you, but actually to fuel what you end up doing in life.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Pretty crazy.
That's wonderful.
Pretty crazy. Well, it's time to talk about the socials. I'm available on Instagram at The Cigar Pulpit. I'm on Facebook, where we have the Pulpit Parishioners group. You can get in on the fun over there. Twitter/X. You can watch this on Rumble and YouTube. And if you Spotify, I do Spotify video as well. And then I do need your calls for the Ask the Pulpit hotline. So give me a call with your comments, questions, concerns, recipes, whatever you want to send me. I don't...
Advice.
Talk to me. That's all I want. I want somebody to talk to.
Nick gives good advice, so maybe call and tell him about something you're going through in life.
I've thought of that. Like maybe this could it could be like Delilah.
Yeah.
Remember the pillow talk?
Oh, yeah.
Delilah.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck.
Or the gal that used to write for the newspaper, ask so-and-so, like you would...
Oh, Dear Abby.
Dear Abby.
Yeah, it could be like Dear Abby.
Dear Nicholas.
Yeah, whatever.
Dear Pulpit.
Dear Pulpit. It's like, I'm having love life troubles. Whatever. I could
Dear
talk
Pulpit, my perimenopausal wife is making us move to the basement. How can I tell her to
embrace it? It's going to be so much nicer laying in the cool basement
Yes.
than it is the hot bedroom. I'm just saying. But anyway, call the hotline. Area code 873-874-0000. That's 863-874-0000. And just as a reminder to everybody listening, today is your last day to get Pulpit Fest tickets. I will be cutting off the sale of those at the end of day today. This is Friday, and get if you're planning on attending, get it in. We gotta cap it at some point because people are sending stuff for the goodie bags and whatever else, and we can't have you showing up at the last minute and not getting something. So we gotta cut it off. So today is the last day for Pulpit Fest tickets. So if you haven't gotten it by the end of the day today, well, you missed out. And if you miss out, then
that's on you.
It's on you. It's not like I haven't been talking about this for months.
Dear Nicholas, I meant to sign up for Pulpit Fest and I did not. What should I do?
You need to go and take a couple lashes in the backyard. Just get the little just whip yourself and come next year. That's all I'm saying.
There you go.
Yep. So anyway.
And I'm on no socials.
I
know.
I know. So, well, final thoughts on the Diamond Crown Tampa.
On the pinky scale, I would smoke this again tomorrow.
Right.
This was a good, solid, enjoyable stick.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for sharing it with me.
I'm a big fan. The ash holds on really, really nicely.
Yes.
And
it smokes really well.
It does smoke really well.
It's a smoker.
And exactly, it's a little chimney here kicking off a lot of smoke. And the draw on it's been really good. I have thoroughly enjoyed this cigar. And I'm a fan. I'm a fan
Same.
of the Diamond Crown Tampa. So, anyway, well, guys, thank you for listening. And thank you for coming on.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, it's fun. It's nice. So, anyway, guys, this has been another sermon from the Cigar Pulpit. I'm Nick.
And it's your girl, Pinky.
Everybody stay safe and stay smoky.
If you don't name this episode Perimenopause with Pinky, I'm never coming back.
I can do that. That's easy enough.
It'll have the fewest downloads in Pulpit history.
Will it? Or I could just be like Smut with Pinky.
No, let's not do that. I will also not come back if that's the title.
Perimenopause and Smut. We just
Oh,
mix
Lord.
the two. Why not? It's what we talked about. Anyway, later, guys.